Good evening, Graham.
Good evening.
Or should I say, Jace's intern? I mean, I can say either one. I said both.
Yeah,
Like the announcer said, Graham, are you ready to rumble?
you know it.
Okay, season two about to happen. However, I have decided since I have successfully navigated trick or treating, all the dad duties accomplished, candy sorted, evening now free, not really free, but I have set up a podcast. So Graham and I are going to run this very much like a regular podcast, but obviously we're going to spend some time on season two, the pods. We'll have a roundtable. It'll be we'll give you the rules of engagement for that, but we'll hit all the other things. But I am ready. Season two set, five pods, five large pods. Well, a mix of new players, old players,
Yeah.
returning players, um, maybe new rivalries, old rivalries. There's a whole plethora of things to get into tonight. So I'm looking forward to that. So topics, of course, last week in Legion, the League Season 2, Season 1 finals. We'll cover that. And then the pod reveals themselves. Hopefully, folks who are in the league will get a chance to jump in, join us. Make sure you guys are in chat. Welcome, Donnie, checking in from Gravenhurst, Ontario. Welcome. Welcome. So, going to be a good chat tonight, Graham. I'm looking forward to it. And then Graham's going to give us some deets on the lists, not specifically anyone's list or anything like that, but the generalities of what we've seen, what some themes maybe, what some surprises, and then he'll tell you Jake Whitty's entire battle deck. So that'll be happening as the night goes on. So look forward to that. So if you guys haven't found us before or finding us for the new time, I seen a pod somebody posted on the Facebook page like looking for a podcast specifically focused on CIS and who talks about droids. Hey, that's us. We talk about droids. I talk about droids. We talk about all things, but in case people still haven't found us, here we are. We're on Facebook. You find us on Star Wars Legion FNF. You can find us on the Twitters and the Instagrams at Legion_FNF as well. And of course, on the Patreon, I'll talk about a little bit about that. Patreon runs our podcast, runs some additional content as well. Also, is the fuel for the freebies, the giveaways, and the perks, all associated with the podcast and the Friday Night Fights stream. So, what do we have going on here? Enjoy the cat. Oh, awesome! See you, Brian. I'm about to get down to the Christmas giveaway here in a few. But if you guys didn't know, Brian's a big contributor, I should say, to that. So we'll give him a shout out. He's got to go watch some weird Australian sport of some kind, and it's lunch there. So whatever. It's upside down all over in Australia. So, but have a good one, Bryant. We'll see you later. Token update. I gave that last week. I have the first samples here. I have to pay for the second samples and get them shipped. Once I have those, there will be two separate ones. We'll decide on what we're going to do. We'll get those, and hopefully we get them as a Christmas present or in and around there. I can't determine the turnaround times, but that is upcoming. In addition to that, something you guys didn't even know about, because I don't even know about it, but what do you guys think if I were to do a 2023 new card sleeve design? And if I did, what flavor should these card sleeves be? Should they be battle deck? Should they be command hand? Should they be an FNF flavored only? Should they be, I don't know, themed somehow to the game we play, or maybe specific to the sort of inside jokes that we have? What should I do if I should do a 2023 card sleeve design at all? So what are you thinking, Graham? You got anything ideas off the top of your head? Nathan, I'll get to your question in
Uh,
one moment.
there's definitely some
Faction
jokes we
themed?
could do,
Yeah, we
but
could. We you, we could even do maybe inside jokes with a faction flavored. I just need to be. I want to be
yeah,
very careful that I'm not going to infringe on any sort of IPs. We've done a great job at making our things. And so, and not specifically necessarily only for Star Wars. Card sleeves can be card sleeves, kind of thing. But obviously, we've done a job to theme them to Legion. But that's not out of the question. That's not out of the question. Year of Merc falling trees or trees falling. Yeah, we could definitely we could do some like plank back to sleeves. That would be the fallen tree. We could do
Oh,
some average themed all these designs are average at best anyway, so we could do that, but faction themed, I like that. Keep the ideas flowing here in chat. Nathan's
yeah.
asking what Patreon level to get the tokens. I will hold on the answer to that, Nathan. It's going to be an entirely separate line on the Patreon, just so that we can compartmentalize that, because there's no sale. It's just going to be a perk associated with supporting the studio. So when that happens, that's going to be largely based on how many we're going to order. Obviously, the more we order, the less the price point for us. I will turn that around to be a cost savings for you guys. So, but just so you guys know, when I'm ordering just 2 tokens for samples, that's costing me $12. When we up the number of tokens, it goes down considerably. But I'm making that investment to make sure that you guys end up with the best product available when we do have that out as a perk. So J Snack logo. We just make card sleeves that look like chip bags, and just have them all like pre-greased and stuff. That would be kind of cool. So we could do all that. So Bernard checking in. Hey Bernard, if you're checking in, Graham's got a message for you.
Send me the list.
Send me your list. We are currently on hold awaiting Bernard's list. We did not kick him out of the league because that is not us, but we need to hold for Bernard's list. So Bernard, while this show's on, we're setting the clock on you. Send that list. That would be greatly appreciated. So be thinking about that. Let me know if you guys ping me on Discord if you have a great idea when you're falling asleep tonight and it hits you. Send me that. Do I need or should I be making a 2023 card sleeve design to give away as more perks? So on the topic of perks and where do we give them away? Well, of course, I give them away through the studio Patreon. So if you guys are wondering about what happens in the studio, all kinds of things, and I'll give you a sneak peek of what the video I just put up. Part of it, I actually got the wall finished in terms of I got the acrylic in. So there is the acrylic in place. You can't see the whole thing, of course, because that's a Patreon perk. You guys will see it on Friday Night Fights, but I wanted to be a little elusive, but let you guys know that the wall acrylic is in. It looks awesome. I will tell you that. It looks really, really nice. The black, don't worry about that. That's all going to get finished and finalized and weathered and all that good stuff. But that acrylic from Aaron did fit perfectly. It fit perfectly. And came out looking awesome. So for me doing paper templates, us kind of back and forth on the design, him on the cutting, he did a fantastic job. So no question about it. So big shouts to Back to Basics there. Graeme, if people are looking for us, because it's another thing that maybe people don't know, we play every Friday night, or nearly every Friday night, here on the channel. And the games are fun. Anthony, Jace do a great job putting on a show for you guys nearly weekly, and we have a few other guest spots and guest appearances, which is great. We're always looking to round that out and get some more flavor and players in there, but of course we would rather have a product than none, so hopefully you guys aren't tired of seeing that rivalry. I certainly am not. It is fantastic. I love watching it every single week. The salt flies in here. Awesome. If we don't film afterwards, but we should, because then the salt really flows. So it's super fantastic. But we couldn't
Hidden
put on the
camera.
Friday night. Yeah, exactly. Inside, behind the scenes, we could not put on our show each week if we didn't have the great help from our sponsors. So Deep Cut Studios, obviously, for the support of the gaming mats. I also talked to them just briefly. Mentioned that, hey, I'd like to explore some Friday Night Fight little dice bag or dice trays, foldable ones for Friday Night Fight viewers, because you guys asked. In addition, we want to thank legionterrain.com for the help with the terrain that we put on the table. We have some more. We'll get to them in a little bit. But if you are... Oh, okay. You were sending Bernard a message. If you are not
Yep.
wanting to know what happened on episode 71, plug your ears, earmuffs, go eat some candy, whatever. But I will talk briefly about episode 71. We're calling it Quad Bounty because let's face it, there was just a lot of bounty hunters on the table. A Bosk, a Boba, a Din, an IG. The game was fun. We played on the junkiest terrain table you could ever find, and I mean that in the nicest way. We just literally pulled out every scrap and industrial piece that we had in studio to make absolute monster of a cover table. The guys played Payload, my favorite, of course, and the game was super fun. There was some interesting dice rolls in it for sure. It could have gone either way. There was just some interesting plays, obviously, with 4 bounties to be had out there on Payload. Each one is huge. But the guys played it, both Jace and Anthony. Anthony was rocking the Empire. He's playing something similar, if not identical, to what he played in Invader, or is going to, I should say. And so you will see the new Boba cards in this one. And Jace played Din and IG for the first time on screen, and for the first time for him too. So spoiler, we didn't get whistling birds, so that might preclude some information there, but everything else you should watch, and it's awesome. And I think we'll see some more Din and IG, and maybe there's some Din and IGs in the league. And Graeme can give you those stats in a little bit. So yeah, M. Jordan Smith snacks. Okay, I'm not sure if that is reference to something specific, but I appreciate that. And Jace is always eating snacks, so maybe it's just a straight out shout out to Jace. So, in addition to the folks I already mentioned, we want to thank Imperial Terrain, who's also onboarded with us at this moment. I can hear the 3D printers printing a studio table right now, so that is inbound. Wait for that. Also want to thank Michael at tellmetheodds.net. Great tool if you want to figure out if the dice are average. I'll be using this in the league a lot to let my opponents know if the rolls are average. If you roll above average, that means that they're average. And if you roll below average, that also means average. Average just simply applies to every single thing, including the dice rolls that happen on Friday night and in the league final. All average all the time. So straight to Jace. Okay, gotcha. I like that, Jordan. All right, a couple other things, Graeme, to get through so we can plow through all the good things. Hey, we want to thank Aaron Gallagher, who came in on Friday, episode 71, with a donation for us for our new equipment push that we have going on right now. terrainstudio2019 at gmail.com. That's where we put it. Donators are on the left. Patreons, past and present, are on the right. We've been growing. We added Nicholas and Soren to the Patreon, which is fantastic. Appreciate that greatly. Aaron's donation is specifically important because it pushed us off that 24%, and now at the 26%, we're over a quarter of the way there and climbing each and every week. So we thank you. It's not a sprint here. It's just a slow, methodical pace as we climb up there. And we want to thank you guys for helping us out and doing that great deed that is both watching and supporting the show however you can. Now, what do we do with the donations? Well, we don't buy giveaways. However, we did want to talk about our giveaway happening, our big giveaway on December 30th. And this is also growing by the day. So we have a bunch of giveaways listed on there coming in from myself, Aaron from Back to Basics, Dice Time, News from the Streets, Pally, Phoenix Games, Brian, who was in here earlier, 48th Ronin also coming in here. If you're just tracking the Legion specific stuff on here, we're going to have 4 battle forces all being given away. There's 2 models in here and then 3 additional operative / commanders that you will have painted and delivered. We also have a Din and a Grogu, so that's more models there. We have a plethora of other little alt arts and custom items for Legion or Legion specific. We also have just added Dragon's Den as well as Imperial Terrain. Their prizes are not listed because they're not finalized yet, but they'll also be on there. It is it's October 31st now. So by my count, we got about 2 months to get there. We got this in about 4 days. So I think, Graeme, goes without saying, we'll probably add 1 or 2 more prizes minimum to the list. So come check us out December 30th. No hoops to jump through. We're not collecting your emails. You just have to be there, hanging out, chatting with us, and we'll give you stuff, and we'll mail it to you. So that seems pretty easy. Graeme, is there an easier way to win prizes on the internet?
No, I wouldn't say so. And last year was a blast, so I'm looking forward to this year.
Yeah, last year, I think we've already surpassed the number. I'm not sure if we passed monetarily, but we gave away roughly like $1,200 last year. So there was a lot. But with 4 battle forces in Canadian dollars, that's like $750. That's in addition to the rest of the stuff. So I think we're getting pretty darn close. So, and remember, you guys just have to be here, support the show, watch the show. The only ones that are a caveat on there are Din and IG. Bryant has said that those special ones are going to go to anyone who's on the current donation wall. That is his rules, not mine, but I'm obliged to follow them. So currently there's like 10 people in for that one. So they get a good chance of winning one of those, but hopefully we add it to that as well. That is the only one of the prizes that has got a special caveat. Everything else is just be here, be square, and participate. So we're looking forward to that. Although we will take your thumbs up on this video if you think that's cool. Those are free, by the way. So in addition, might as well thank the folks right now. Phoenix Games Australia. This is Bryant. Bryant, who actually co-casted episode 71 with me last week. So shout outs to Bryant, as well as Aaron from Back to Basics. I put the Australians together here, so look at me how clever I was. Aaron from Back to Basics, who helped me out and has been helping me out for like 12 years, but helped us out with the acrylic display for the Friday Night Fight studio. So thanks, Aaron. Go check them out. Back to Basics. They have a number of wargaming products as well as acrylic organization, movement trays, and paint racks. So all fun stuff to check out. Okay. Let's go back and have a little chat before we get into the pods here. Season 1 finals. So I'm going to drink some tea, and Graham's going to tell you all about the final because him and I co-casted on his Twitch channel. He's also going to start by telling you what his Twitch channel is so that you guys can go give him a sub over there. So, all right, Graham, take it away. It's all you.
All right. So yeah, no, we had a fun time watching this chaotic game at times. It felt like,
Yep.
but it was exciting getting to see Aiden just sitting back, enjoying her time, having
Yeah.
Vader mess things up in the center.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there were some crazy dice in that game too. Definitely average.
Yeah, there were some average dice rolls. Maybe more average on one side than the other. Well, two different types of average. Let's just say that. So yeah, averages can be a bell curve. It can also definitely be a straight slant from one end to the other. So there's a little bit of that. But Empire v Empire, that was cool. I like that.
Oh yeah.
And Graham, had you played both? Had you played both of those players in the league? Did you get a chance to?
Believe so. I think I had played Debaticus earlier in the season. I think rounds 1 or 2.
Okay.
And then I had Jake from I think 4 onwards.
So basically, what you're saying is you really hope that you don't have to play Jake in round 1 this round.
That would be nice.
Okay.
We'll see if I get my wish, but
Yep, for sure. Anthony, some of them were average, my average for sure. Yep. Jake saying him and you played 3 games.
Yep.
Strange Event wondering if there's a plug-in for average rules. There is on the Friday Night Fights podcast. Just don't tell Anthony. So I usually mess with the programming a little bit. So, but I've got it to over tweaked because right now it's not helping Jace at all. So we'll get that fixed. But no, I like that the Empire versus Empire map. That map I've seen lots of times. Outpost 41. We won't give you the whole spoiler, but it's worth watching, of course. As most Legion games are, you can learn a lot of things from that. So I enjoyed casting. I enjoyed casting the games. I guess I got to do all the top 4 games, which was super fun. So did a couple with dashes, and then Graham and I took that on Saturday, which was good. And so hopefully this coming season we'll have even more people willing to cast or casting. So like I said, Graham's got. How do people find you on Twitch, Graham? What's the channel?
So you can find me at Canadian Bear 92.
Canadian Bear 92 on Twitch. Go check that out. It's like some sort of like clawy bear logo. It's really fitting. Goes with Graham's name. So I can go check that out. give him a sub. Make sure you guys are on there. I know that Stan is probably going to be willing to help us out. I know Striker has said he's going to cast some game. Dash has said he's going to cast some games, which will be good in terms of at least live streaming. So we have a channel set up. So if you are in the league, make sure you guys are posting there if you're looking for someone to stream games. And if you don't want to just throw your game up live and let people have access to it, we can create an extra TTS channel. People can just sit in there and sort of just ponder back and forth all of the decisions and question all the decisions that you are making. So that's always fun to do, or just basically learn how to run units or see units run for the first time if they haven't, or better yet, scout you for when they play you down the road. So that is
Yep.
also a thing. So feel free to do that. It's not an obligation by any means, but I would say unequivocally, all the players in season one were more than agreeable to have the game's live stream, which was great. I thoroughly
I think
enjoyed
that
that.
was
So
one of my favorite parts.
yeah,
Was just getting
absolutely.
to hang out and watch the games happen. And
Yeah, no, for sure. Hey, I had a small change of plans here, just because we're here, and then the next stuff we're gonna just quickly review the rules in case somebody sees us down the road. I know you guys probably have heard them, but I'll be fast. We'll talk about who's in the league, but before we get into all that, if you wanna pull up your information, Graham, I think this would be a great time to kind of
oh,
share.
sure.
And I'm not sure if Bernard did Bernard get you his list? Did he ping you in that list?
Uh,
Inbound yet?
no
Not
message
yet.
for.
Okay, well,
Yeah, no message yet.
this will be a small asterisk -1, which could change all the stats and it'll skew everything heavily. I'm certain of it. But why don't you give us some overarching themes and things that you found interesting. So if you didn't know, Jake is handling all the maps, and so we have a map pack for the league, which is fantastic. He's got rounds 1 through 6 and top 4 already, which is fantastic. So you guys just need to download that and get that. That's perfect. I think he's got season 3 through 7 already done as well. So no doubt. If you are looking to submit your list in this round and subsequent rounds, well, hopefully you've already done it this round, but Graham is your guy. So you'll hit him up in the subsequent rounds. Remember, after this one, we start with the banning, which will be very, very interesting. I'll be handling the votes. I will be handling all the sort of pod orientation and get all that done. B Smith, who's in chat right now, probably half asleep or asleep already. He is going to be handling the business of getting you into your pods so that you can start the smack talk early. That's his quote, not mine. And then we have Shawn Death. He is going to handle all the points. We'll tell you guys. I'll put a little example in the top of your channels on how to actually post your results so that they're nice. And at the end of the league round, you'll be really nice to us and give us a small summary of your round anyway. There, he actually fell asleep on the keyboard, so that was just lucky that he hit that emoji with his forehead. And then we have what else? So Graham's doing one thing, Jake's doing another thing, B Smith's doing another thing, and then Shawn Death's doing the points. I think I got them all perfect, and I'm just
Yep.
here and I just make things and prattle on about stuff. So that's what's happening. Graham, tell us about the league stats. What do we got?
All right. So as far as like faction breakdown, say it's probably not a surprise what the top two are. We've got
Clones,
Empire.
clones.
Well, Clones is third actually, because we've got Empire with 10 lists currently, Shadow Collective with 6, Republic with 5, and then tied for least amount is Separatist and Rebels, both with 3 lists.
All the people who turn their back on the CIS. I am disappointed by you. Oh wait, I did
Uh,
too.
as far as like interesting stats, there were, as far as like droids, we've got 3 staff riders and a droidica, no spiders to be seen. And they're not even banned, so you
Who
know.
knew? Who knew they were going to be no good anymore? Yep, you had your run.
I was surprised for Rebel Special Forces because we have 3 Mandalorian Resistance, but no Clan Rens, and I know we've got Sabines,
Hmm.
so that kind of surprised me.
Okay.
Um, what what was the one we have? They're actually the most, or they have the largest collection for special forces out of any faction, excluding strike teams. So,
Rebels do.
or just the Mandalorian Resistance at
Oh,
3.
okay.
Everything else is either
Nice.
strike teams or 1-off or 2-offs.
Okay.
Um, let's see. We've got.
Jordan
Uh,
Smith saying, "Wow, uphill battle for him." So he's in one of those two categories. I'm guessing. So there's that.
yep. We, no surprise, we have 4 Blizzard Force lists,
Mm.
and every single one of them brought the maximum of 4 speeder bikes. So we've
Oh,
got
okay.
16
Yeah,
speeder bikes in the league.
that's surprising. I guarantee everybody combined in the league probably doesn't even own 16 speeder bikes, but there's
Probably not.
that. Yeah, there's that. So
Tell
okay,
you what, if you brought Rebels, you brought Din, because we've
if
got
you
3
brought
for 3
Rebels,
on Din.
okay, Din's the man. Apparently, just don't watch episode 71. You'll be fine. Whistling Birds is good. Please play it before he dies, just to appease me, because I think it can be awesome, and I want to hear about all the Whistling Bird attacks in this entire league. Mandatory.
Yeah, what was it? Republic didn't have a single list with only 1 commander. Everyone brought 2 commanders.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, only one that didn't show up was Yoda and the Wookiee Chieftain.
Oh, so there's no
And
Yodas in the whole league?
no Yodas.
Oh, fantastic! Can't wait till
Yeah,
we
we
get to
got
bans, because then we'll ban him, and then we'll have 2 rounds with no Yoda. That'll be awesome. Justice is
yeah,
wondering about the
Justice. No
E-Web.
E-Webs.
No E-Webs.
Nope.
That's
No E-Webs. We've got there's
average.
16 bikes and then 2 dewbacks.
Okay.
Uh,
How
yeah.
many heavies in the league?
Heavies. We have a total of 2 air speeders, 2 AATs, and 8 AA5 Shadow Collective speeder trucks,
Okay, nice. All right, so
and
we're
9 swoop bikes
we've
for
turned
Shadow
into a
Collective.
used car lot, basically, is what you're saying. So,
Pretty
yeah.
much.
Oh, excellent. Okay. Bernard said he got nothing on Discord. Do you want to just ping
No.
him on Discord?
Yeah. Unless I'm pings.
Are
Bernard,
you
you're
pinging?
tactical genius, right?
He is
Yeah.
so tactical. You can't find him on Discord. That is sneaky good.
Uh, let's see.
Don't ban my Yoda for the next round. Justice, he is so gone. Just, you should never have posted that.
Aha! There we go.
Got
All
him?
right. So let's see. Is this a? Okay, so this is a. We've now got 5 of the Blizzard Force lists, so we have
Oh,
11 Empire now.
fantastic. So we're up to 39 speeder bikes. Got it. Check. Moving on.
Actually, no, he doesn't have any. So
Anthony,
I'll
I'm
say
not going to
that
tell you
much.
if you're in my pod. I will reveal if you are in my pod here very soon. But uh,
All right.
but
He's
Anthony's
yeah.
actually made a special request to be in my pod every round. Is what I'm hearing.
Yes. So long as you've got that keyword that he ever so loves.
Yes, that is right. I'm here to demoralize Anthony. So yeah, I did play one
Um,
practice game, warming up for the league. I don't feel my list is going to do that great. It's going to do great things, but I don't know if it's going to do overly great. But I'm going to continue to grind it to the ground, and I'll be fine to pick up the basement points. I'll be fine with it. So yeah.
yep. Yes, you did.
Bernard took my favorite weapon. Oh, so do we have to go back and rescind the there is no E-webs in the league?
Yes.
Oh, Bernard, why? Why? They better be painted, Bernard, is all I'm saying. They better be painted. I want to see if I can get a mod on TTS to have all my models unpainted so that I can send screenshots to Bernard of all my TTS unpainted models. So actually, you know what? I
Just
can. I'll just shade them all gray. Just one one tonal variation up each one to drive my opponents insane. That'll be fun. Okay, Graeme, anything else
yeah.
before we start getting into the real rompus part of this episode?
Think
Oh, that's not my
only
favorite weapon.
other.
Okay, Bernard will have to reveal.
Let's see. The last one, last little tidbit would be that there's
What's up,
No
JD?
IG-11s and no Bobas.
Oh, how many Grogus do we have? That's what I want to know. How many
There are
Grogus?
0 Grogus also.
Oh, geez, that's a real surprising fact there. HH12s? How many HH12s? I don't know if we're. I don't know.
That I don't know.
Yeah, we
That
don't
I have
have
to
that
go back
broken
and
down.
look.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say zero. But with all those Blizzard Force, who knows? Maybe, maybe.
I
Hopefully
don't know.
they
I
did
still
bring
remember
some.
Sean Dest list.
I
Ah,
speak lovingly about it all the time. Bernard went Empire. It's got to be the ATST then. If he's talking something that I speak lovingly about in the Empire, Bernard's got to have an ATST. But can you take it in Blizzard Force?
yep,
Oh yeah, I think you can. Yeah, you can.
yep,
Okay. Okay. Must be.
yeah. Oh yes, and we do have an HH12 at the very
Oh,
least.
fantastic.
At least one.
Fantastic. Well, that will make B Smith very, very happy. All right. Well, speaking of making people happy, let's get into some of this, and then I'm first going to obviously we're going to get into launching the league. So that is what we're all about. That's what we're here for. That's what we want to check out. Before I do that, I am going to just briefly review the rules in case people, like I said, are just joining us or need a refresher or want to consider joining us for round two. Remember, you can get in the league at any point, any start and stop point, I should say. But then we're going to open it up with the time remaining, and I think we'll probably have 20 minutes or so to be able to do that and still keep it reasonably to an hour 15. Here's the discussion topics for tonight. We're going to run a round table, Graham and I, and the discussion topics tonight are going to be solely themed season 2, but here's what they are. Frickin' pumped, OMG, this seems rigged, OP nerf immediately. So whatever procs your mind on that, maybe your pod mates, maybe what Graham's telling you, all the things season 2 related, you can jump in and share your thoughts. But before we do that, let's just cover off the league. I'll give you the synopsis, or the short version here. So obviously, we're running the league for 6 rounds, this being round 1. Bans will start in round 2, and we'll run a ban each round subsequently up to and including round 6. And then we'll jump to the top 4 and play that out and then start into season 3 at some point in the near future. Rounds are going to run about 6 weeks. You either have 5 or 6 pod mates within your rounds, so you may have 5 games to play. You'll have 6 weeks to do that, or you may have 4 games to play and still have the 6 weeks to do that. So players in each round are going to be shuffled randomly, including first round, and then after that, you'll be shuffled randomly amongst the point leaders. So top half of your pod goes one direction, bottom half goes the other. We reshuffle, rebalance, and go again. As I said, you have 5 to 6 players per pod. You get a point for every game played. You get 2 points for a win. So it's a game played and a win will give you 3 points. And then you'll get a bonus point if you play 4 or more games, and you only get 1 bonus point for the round. So if you play 4 games, you get it. If you play 5, you get it. You get the point of that. At the conclusion, basically 3 players or the top half. So in the pods with 5, we'll figure out where the balance is. We'll probably round the pods of 5 probably up and the 2 down, just so that we can keep balance. Because on the lower end, that'll be returning players or new players. So I feel like we can balance that way. If there is a tie amongst your pod, somehow you all ended up with the same amount of points. Tied positions. So if there's a person with 12 and 3 people with 10, if that happened, we would move both the 12 and all 3 10s up. There is no tiebreakers, no point in keeping track of any victory points. It's just overall total points. It makes it super clean and easy. Lists are locked for the round, but can change between, but are contingent on the banned units for that round. Everyone gets to vote in the banning, and that is actually going to be a vote per faction, and you must vote per faction, including your own, just to make it balanced. Otherwise, we don't count your vote, but you can toss a vote to anyone you want just for fun. Hello, call me captain. Welcome. Shadow Collective is going to be have bans for the first 2 rounds, as it is. Round 2 and 3, and then after that, they're off the hook for 4, 5, and 6, unless we have a massive amount of reveals, in which case we reserve the right to revisit this chart. Upgrades and units that are in the game must be street legal, meaning you can walk into a store, let's say any store in the world, and buy it. Sometimes you could walk into a store in Sweden and not buy a unit, but you can maybe buy that unit in Canada. meaning if it's on the street somewhere, you can buy it. That doesn't count for 3D printed units or things like that, but you know what I mean. Maps are available for each round. There will be 3 maps per round. You must play those 3 maps. Blue player gets map choice. However, if you are blue player and give up the opportunity and want to play red, you also give up the opportunity to pick the map. So blue player, red player, please sort that out before a map choice is made. Any discrepancies, call a judge, sort it out yourself. That's option 1. Ask the live chat or live viewers. That's option 2 if you want. And if you really can't get there, you can ping myself or somebody who's in the judge channel. We'll help you out. If it comes down to it, you can just roll a die and move on. We had zero discrepancies or issues in season one. So I doubt we'll have any in season 2. And then all the information that you'll need will be put into the league information section. If you have a question, certainly ask your podmates or myself or anybody else. We can help you out. We'll have random prizes throughout the league. That is what your chances of winning are. So it means you have equal chances to everyone else, regardless of how you're doing in the league. We want to reward participation and interaction over anything else. So, oh, fantastic. You cannot be in the league, so you will get banned. Thank you. Goodbye. They are
It's been a
gone.
while since they've showed up.
Yeah, they showed up just at the tail end of the last one, so I got them early. I got them early again. So,
Yep.
they want to be in the season, but they cannot. Because yeah, I got them, Justice. Thank you very much for that. So that is the quick rundown of the league. I am really happy to say that is all the folks that signed up for round 1, and I know Invader is still running, so that's pretty good for us, and we're early. I mean, Invader started small too, and we're not competing or suggesting that we'll ever be as large. But I did really enjoy my games, and you're only going to play against people in your pod. So if you have people to play against, you're just happy to have those people. I think there's 28 people for round 1. We had some people who were in all the rounds last time, and life or right now is not great or don't have the time, so they're being respectful and just taking a seat for a round 1. But I fully anticipate we'll get some people back. We might lose some players along the way, and we may gain some new ones as well. So that is the players that we have. 28 players. We went with 5 pods of 6 or 5 players. Graeme, are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
I'm not sure if you were ready, Graeme, but I'm ready. And don't forget.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, so let's go to. Actually, I'm going to give dealer's choice. I have pod 1 through 5, Graeme. You want to go bottom, you want to go top, you want to go random. You name a number, I can do it. However you want to do it.
Well, let's go bottom to top.
Bottom to top, pod 5, and it's just listed as pod 5 on my screen. Here it is. Commander KQ, Monty Python 2000, The Terrain Studio, Exile Bullet, and Justice for Life, making up a 5-person pod. Canto Nomodia, that is our group. That's where Jake, you don't get Jake doesn't get a say in this. Jake's trying to command from the chat here, Jake. Like, what are you, like season 1 champ or something? Like, just trying to flex so hard in the chat right now. Graeme called it bottom to top. That's where we're at. Oh, look at this already. Strange event? Who's really bullying with that comments now? Shawn Death, I dodged him again. Don't let him bully you guys. Wow, look at all this. Look at all this stuff. I agree, JD. I agree. Entitled, unless you refer to me, in which case you are dead wrong. But if you're talking about Jake, I agree. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to this. Justice is the only person that I didn't get to play, who didn't get to beat me in season 1, and so he has redemption and has a chance. And there he is. He's going to get our game in this time. I hope your list is not as nasty as last time, because mine's not as rude, but and it's new, so I think this will be a great time to play. So Exile Bullet, I did not get to play. Monty Python 2000, also new, in Commander KQ. Actually, a couple new players, but Justice, I was happy to see him in my pod because hey, like I said, we didn't get our player game. So I don't know if any of these other folks. Make sure you guys if you're in chat, let us know who you are if your name's different. But I was happy to see some new names. Not that I don't want to play some old folks again. But I think part of the league is about meeting and interacting with new people, despite what all these naysayers here, the Anthonys and the Nicks of the world here with this bullying nonsense. So, Jordan, I agree. Average group. So, it's only scared if it's only nasty if you're scared of Obi-Wan. I am scared of Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan is just does nothing but dodge all day long. Let me tell you this. My list is only nasty if you are subject to being demoralized, and if your units are immune to suppression, you will be fine. If they don't like suppression, it could be nasty. I'm just saying. So there's that. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll be put into Canto Nomodia. We'll start the chat, the smack talk, if you will. I'm looking forward to playing my games. I'm going to play my games and then extra because I need to get as many reps as I can before I run into the Anthonys and the Shawn Bests of the world, who I've luckily dodged this round here. So. Um, Oh, stat sheet of now available. Look at this. Canadian Bear with the live updates. Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, if you are in this group and you want to join us in the roundtable afterwards to tell us your predictions, you can certainly do that. Looking forward to that. All right, Graham. Am I moving to 4 now? Am I going top to bottom? Or are you randomizing this all over? And Jake, that question was to Graham.
uh, let's just keep making our way up then. Let's
All
go
right,
for.
all right, all right. Here we go. I'm a little spicy tonight, Graham. A little spicy tonight. I got into some nerds earlier, so and I mean that in the candy version. I didn't like beat up any nerds or anything. Like I'm a nerd, so I appreciate that. All right, well, have a look at this group here. This is a big one. We got Tactical Genius. We got Psych Dog, Don't Call Me Psych Dog, Anthony in there. Bear Chemist, Luminous Gaming in there. Dark Slider 66. We got Emmanuel and Bobster. So my looking at this, we got 4 season 1 participants in with 2 new ones. So kind of a flip of the group I'm in. Where it was a couple returnees and then a few new folks. This one's the opposite. So, fair enough. Ultramantra. I take that. I should have chose my words more carefully there. So, but what do you think of this, Graham? What do you make of it?
I mean, yeah, we got some new people in there, and I part of me has to root for the other bear, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, anybody's got Bear in their name's got to be good. I mean, look, I mean, he also gets the award for having the longest name, so there's that. I mean, Emmanuel's got this group's got we got a guy with numbers in his name, a 2-name person, the longest name in this league. This group seems scary here. We got a tactical genius within this group. I mean, you have to fear this pod here. This is crate, by the way. You guys are in crate, so okay, there we go. Jordan in chat right now, giving us so you are technically pod 4, but you are the second pod in the reveal. So don't worry about the order. Don't worry about the number. You just go by the name. So we just call it pod 4, pod 2 for the reveal. But you guys are crate. That's really how you will associate your group. So I hear it's very sandy and occasionally red at this time of year, depending on which direction you're coming from. So there's that. So and Nathan also with the cheer for Bear Chemist. So Bear's getting a lot of support tonight. So both in the podcast as well as the grouping. So looking forward to that. If we hear from anybody from Crate tonight in the roundtable, looking forward to hearing your predictions. So. And Anthony also was happy that Graham could fill in. He said Jace was out trick-or-treating, unable to be here tonight. Is his that was happening in our private group chat. So I just thought I'd share that. By the way, Bernard, that was Anthony bullying Jace. I told him to stop. I just I didn't physically verbalize that, so maybe he didn't know. But anyway, that is happening. That's great. You guys are there. Next up, pod 3 or 3rd in the reveal. These individuals are from Felucia, very colorful this time of year. You are correct. Pod Crate, aka Reveal 2, aka Actual 4. You are correct, Jordan. You are following along. I appreciate that. Okay, so in this group, a strange event. OS Dad. So I love that these two got paired together because this is not only going to be a league rivalry, but a physical rivalry. And I think that we need to have this game live streamed and allow us to chat into it. GM Smithers is in here. Fluffy Saurus, I love that name. And then Dashes is in here as well. So we got a group here of returning player, two season one vets, and GM Smithers played in season one as well. And then Fluffy Saurus and Dashes both new to the group. So a fair mix here. So I know you guys play, so you guys basically get to play all your live games and use all that information, go into this game, and then continually reference that one league game that you played and whoever won. I cannot wait to hear from them and just talk about that. So yeah, looking forward to that. So Anthony and Nick, East Coasters, which of course I support wholeheartedly. Not their comments necessarily, but I support them as East Coasters, and I'm looking forward to this one here. So, and then Dashes is new to the group, but has done some casting already. So it'd be great to have his take and his insight on how his league matches go, and potentially we'll see some games maybe self cast or something like that. So. Our practice might actually be a match. That could happen, but we would miss that. So I would be remiss if we didn't get to watch that game go down. So hopefully we'll hear some from some of these folks. Again, you guys are Felucia there. So all right, Graeme, you ready for pod 2?
Let's go for it.
All right, we'll get pod 2 in here. I know I can't wait for this roundtable. I hope we get some great calls. Okay, I'm not sure how to say this one. Hassan and Prime, maybe that's right. It's big. It's six individuals. We got Nate the Great. I mean, he's at the top. Basically, you can't get any better than great. So I feel bad for everyone else in this group. But JD's in here. We got Eric's in here. Cape Satan, a new player. Florf the Dwarf's in here, new player. Not if you've watched Invader or anything like that. Florf was actually TOing down in Dallas, so we got a chance to meet in person. So it's great to see him in here participating in the league, which is great. And then Kokazula is back. Kokazula, I think, is coming with a mission. He's ready to take a top 4 spot. Was poised to get there last season. Didn't get enough games in, but is really antsy to get up there. So I'm just word to the wise, folks. He's gonna be coming for you, coming hard in the league rounds. So look for that. What do we have here? Graeme, he got us in the same pot. I mean, Jake, how do you know? Maybe you got DQ'd just in your list submission. I'm not even sure about that. So pod 2 is loaded with some tough customers. Yep, I got Shawn Death looking. So Shawn is okay to dodge other pods, but I'm in a randomly generated pod and I'm ducking him. So I love how that sort of that parallels. So and then and Nathan's pointing up and indicating that, and Justice is calling game 4. You are not wrong, my friend. So there's that. Nate the Great at the top now, and at the top in the end. Okay. So Jordan making early predictions, which of course we fully allow and endorse here for sure. So Hassan and Prime, you guys are a full group, 6 individuals. Good luck. Have fun. Get as many games as you can. If you want to get all 5 in, that's fantastic. You guys got a loaded schedule. I look forward to hearing about that. And last but not least, pod 1 in the reveal show. Magito or Magetto. I'm not sure how exactly that's said, but here it is. Yes, in fact, Jake and Graeme, you guys get to meet again. And
Can't get away from me.
I'll just point this out. I see that Shawn Death has managed to avoid me by being in this group. I will make that disclaimer. So he made it. I can make it. It's just fair that I get to make that. J-Rod's in here. We got Hugh Joe Biggs in here and Silent Sword. So this group is got 4 returning players, a couple rivalries built up. We got a Ducker in here in the form of Shawn Death. And then we got 2 new folks in the form of Hugo Biggs and Silent Sword. I hope he is a silent assassin and just floors you guys in this group. So looking forward to that. Jordan May saying this is a group of death. I think we've had that prediction basically for every group but mine. And I feel like I'm gonna get just slaughtered in mine. So I'm gonna throw in all 5 pods. Don't seem like they're that friendly, although the people are. It's just a cutthroat list that people submitted. Will likely we'll make some interesting games. I will say that. So I'm looking forward to all of these. By the way, so I thoroughly entertain myself with watching the live streams. So please, I encourage you all to share as much as possible, because if I get any enjoyment out of them, as Graeme said, he thought that was one of the best parts of season 1, and we hung out in lots of the casts for sure. Don't forget season 1 champ with Graeme going on for revenge. Yeah, that's true. But we weren't going to reveal that full information, but no spoilers. Go watch the Twitch stream, and then you guys can see how that game unfolded. So I was DQ because my Veers times 6 HH12 list was too OP. Not wrong. Not wrong. Oh, J-Rod, I am so glad you brought that up. And so that's the reveal. We'll jump back to these if need to reference, but let's jump in here because I want to have this live conversation. So I talked about bounties and things like that, and if that would make the league any more interesting and what have you. What do you think, Graeme, about bounties and how should they work? Because I'm all for it.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't think anyone's going to get away from it this time. I think we've got about like 13 bounties in our league this round.
Oh, you mean bounty hunters?
Oh yeah, just in general.
Oh, gotcha. No, I'm talking about, like, could players bounty another player? I'll tell you this. How about I set up a little bit of a vote, and I will put in all the pod names. I'll put in all the groups, and I'll put the player list. And why don't we run a vote? And we'll let everyone who wants to vote. I'll let you all cast. You'll have to cast 6 or 5, sorry, and I'll let you all bounty 1 player per pod, and then we'll establish some criteria. And if you get a victory over that player in round 1 only, because I don't want to like massively skew all of the, and maybe we'll change it as we go. I think we'll do this. We'll do top vote getter, and if you beat that player, we're going to give every one of those folks that have a bounty. If you beat them, you're going to get a bonus point. I will make that happen in round 1, and then everyone in the league, the round, has the same option of getting that, with the exception of the person who has the bounty on them. So you are not only crippling that person, and what I mean by crippling is, I mean really you're just giving them a hard time for the round. But we'll switch it up. It's on the fly. It's in there. I don't think it's going to matter much. We're going to do it. We're making it happen. You can put a bounty on those. B Smith's got the groups live on Discord. Fantastic. Thank you very much. If anyone has no great objection to that, I think we're going to make that a thing, and we'll kind of mix it up, and we will not allow players to be bountied more than once throughout the season. So I will keep track of that, and I think what we'll do is we'll mix that up, and we'll allow people to get some extra bonus points in there. I think that's what we'll do. That'll be fun. So,
I mean, you got to have the champ be the first bounty, right?
I mean, I'm not going to decide, but I'm going to draw the largest target and maybe forget to include the other 5 names when I write that pod down. Just saying. just saying. You might only have one option in when you get to Maigito. Just saying. So I think that'll be fun. Our league is about fun, and we'll definitely put a fun factor in. And I think that is a great suggestion. So. All right, Graeme, I need to go through here because I forgot one thing. I need your reaction to the round, sir. What do you think about this pod? This pod of death, I think it was referenced.
I feel like I'm gonna get surrounded.
Okay.
One way or another. It's no, I'm looking forward to meeting these new people, messing with some rivals. You know?
Okay. My Gito is about to be my ghetto, is what Jake's calling out in chat. I'm just quoting at this point. So, yeah, okay. I like it. I like all these pods. I think I'm happy that we got a good mix, and we have some, like, I don't think we have a single pod Let me just look here. That doesn't have new players in it. This one's got 2 brand new players. I mean, new to the league. That one's got 3 new players. That one has 2 new players. That one has 2 new players. This one has 3 new players. That's a pretty good mix. You couldn't have asked for anything much better than that. So that's fantastic. Graeme, do you think we should open up the very interesting phone lines here for folks to give us some live reaction?
I think we're safe. I
I
don't
mean,
see
I don't
opposing.
actually think we're safe, but remember, it's going to be season 2 launch themed topics. You get friggin' pumped. OMG, this seems rigged. OP nerf immediately. The link to call in is in the chat. We reserve the right, of course, if we have callers, we'll give you your airtime, but we'll proceed to get as many reactions as possible in here, and looking forward to. Oh, okay. Fair enough. I appreciate that, Jordan. Jordan coming in. I mean, Jordan, you're welcome to come in and just tell us that live. But I will preface that by Jordan saying, "Hey, bit off the cuff. That's what we do here." But he is going to provide via Luminous Gaming's that will have a specialty alt art standing orders card for everyone who claims a bounty. So even more reason for us to have bounties now. And if you get one placed on you, like I said, we're going to limit that. You only get 1 through the season, and we'll make kind of a different way for people to acquire an extra bonus point, so that we're not just costing those folks. But I think early on in the league, 1 point's not going to make a significant difference one way or the other. And if you got a bounty on you, get good, I guess. But just play it, or feed people in your group points. I'm not sure. One or the other is going to happen, but that is there. Did the link go up? Yeah, the link is up. If you want to give us a shout and give some reactions to the league launch, the chat channels are open. And the map packs will be posted in there for you. Remember, the league doesn't start until tomorrow. We were 1 day ahead on the reveal because I ended up having a meeting tomorrow, and so I snuck it in on Halloween, which I think is very fitting because this is pretty spooky. All right, we got Ryan calling in. That's weird. Ryan's actually not in the league and needs a set of headphones because it'll be echoey for him. So I'm just going to mute Ryan for a second until he finds headphones. We got Jake calling in, though. Jake's probably got headphones on, or it won't be echoey. Here we go. All right, Jake, give me 1 second to drop you on the screen here. Jake is in. There's Jake. Jake, I think you are muted yourself, but if you unmute yourself, you should be okay. All right. Let me see here. Let me unmute Ryan. Jake, you're still muted, by the way. I'll get Ryan in here because Ryan's never muted. But he is in. All right, Ryan, remember the rules of engagement. It's season 2 related, but what do you got for us? Can't wait to hear all this.
So, got some sad news, guys. I'm freaking pumped right now to play some Blizzard Force, guys. Like, I'm so pumped. Like, I ended up playing Justice on Sunday and showed him one of my lists for Blizzard Force. He's like, dude, you got to run that because we're prepping for a tourney out in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Oh, there he is. There's my boy.
Yeah.
So I showed him that list. He's like, dude, counters bounty hunters, which we're probably going to see a lot of. Counters pikes. Go for it, man. So I've been sitting here for the last 8 hours putting together another E-Web. So I have 4 and a whole nother Snowtrooper unit, and then painting 1 out of my 2 imp officers that I have left.
Okay. Bobster's actually following the rules and just says OP nerf immediately, Blizzard Force into the ground. I'm not sure if you caught that, Bobster, but he's actually running E-Webs, so he's literally giving himself the largest crutch possible for Blizzard Force.
Well, I gotta crutch myself to make it balanced for everybody else.
Oh, yes.
That's how you do it.
Unfortunately, we cannot place a bounty on Ryan because he was unable to complete the league requirements to sign up, which was indicate a single check mark. So you got all this time to practice, all this time to travel, all this time to get places, and no time to play from the comfort of your own home. That makes 100% sense.
Part of that is I don't want to commit to something I know I'm probably not going to be able to commit to later. So
you mean lose that?
No, not lose. It's like I got a lot going on right now that I'm not allowed
Hey, everybody.
to talk about currently. Hey. Maybe at another time when I get permission to announce that.
Okay.
But it's just a lot of stuff going on. So I don't want to be like, oh, hey, I'm in, but then immediately like, oh, hey, I can't play.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, from Ryan, who's not in the league, to Jordan, who is, we're also probably playing Blizzard Force, because apparently everyone in the league's playing Blizzard Force. But
seriously?
No, I should. Right, do you even listen to our cast? Graham just gave us the breakdown. There's all kinds of Blizzard Force, like 37 speeder bikes in this
league.
On
painting, man.
Okay. Well, fair enough. All right, Jordan, what do you got? So the rules of engagement here, you get to pick any of the discussion topics. You can show Ryan how this works because he never knows. But go ahead and tell us your season 2 reactions here.
Well, I apologize for my giant Great Dane barking in the background.
All good.
First, I wanted to show these are the cards we're going to give out. They're double-sided.
Okay.
Luke,
Oh, nice.
Vader, some hallway scenes.
For what?
Okay. So Ryan, people who are in the league who claim bounties now are going to actually, Jordan is going to reward people who claim those bounties with alt art cards. But again, caveat, must be in the league, must win games, must be people with bounty.
I'm assuming he's got a jersey as well.
I don't think Jordan got a jersey, but you know what? He's in the league, so he's halfway there. All right, Jordan.
I just unfortunately am one of those 3 idiots that are playing Rebels. Apparently.
Okay. That's happening.
I'm friggin' pumped, man. Friggin' pumped.
Oh, I like it, JD. I'm gonna drop you in here too. I'm gonna get you in the middle here. So keep going, Jordan. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, friggin' pumped. First time jumping into the league here, but obviously been following the channel for a long time now, and ready to jump in and show you guys what Sabine and Den can do together.
Okay, so not only you're playing Rebels, but you got the Sabine in there, who apparently did not take the Clan Run, and you got a Din in there. Okay.
No, I brought the Shooty Wookiees.
Okay, Shooty Wooks. Okay.
Yep.
We got JD dropped in here. We might as well just keep this roundtable rolling here, and feel free to hang out. Of course, Jordan and Ryan until I have more callers, and then I'll boot Ryan out, of course, because he's not in the league. But JD, reactions to your group. What are you looking forward to? I see you ducked me, JD. I see you managed to duck out of my group there. That's good.
I was just trying to decide what we should nerf, whether that is Ryan actually having a little bit of positivity or Jake's entitlement. Like, so both of those seem like nerfable offenses. So
I like it. I like it that JD's following the rules and tied it into slamming Ryan, which is double
FAQ me.
Double win. No, we're actually just going to move you to the first and only ban list in Legion. So Ryan just straight banned. So yeah,
straight ban.
Nerf Ryan.
Yeah, we definitely got a nerf. So
I love it.
I don't think I've played very many of the people in my group, so should be fun.
Yeah, that'll be absolutely good. So yeah, looking forward to that. JD, do you want a faction reveal for us? What are you playing?
So I'm playing a list that's got like 2 minivans and then a few little buses and a guy holding a big gun.
Guy holding a big gun. Okay. Minivans. All right. I like that. I'm playing Winnebagos, 2 Winnebagos. I have way too much cargo to be minivans. So,
yeah.
Me
I don't
JD,
really know how those Black Suns are like so enormous. I don't really know how we're going to fit them all in the minivan, like loaded for bear as they are, but I'm sure somehow we'll manage to shove them in there. And
I think that the best part about Black Suns are the fact that they throw 12 dice but reroll 16 at times. That seems quite good. So it's like you have a Bosk lying in wait every single turn, every single time they shoot, which is fantastic. So yeah.
I did test it once though, and I rolled exactly 1 for 11 on my Black Suns during that game. So, and they had surges up for every single shot. Literally, out of 11 dice, we saw.
You just
10
got the
blank
bad
shots.
rolls out of the way.
I know, so they're already out of the way. So like, expect them to roll hot and like never die. Like,
I had
they'll be fine.
I had my Black Suns get 1 shot, but they also 1 shot something, so that was pretty average, both back and forth. But no, definitely looking forward to that. So I can't wait, Ryan, until your E-webs get shot by like 16, or 12 dice that are all hits, and then you gotta save out your E-web. Will be great.
Well, he's got to play them first, right?
Well, he'll play E-webs for sure. But I'm not sure how long they'll live. So.
Well, as history has shown, my E-webs take forever to die.
Yeah, Ryan also plays bombing run with his E-web list, by the way. Just letting you guys know that. So yeah.
Big bombing run guy.
Blizzard Force quad E-web bombing run.
Yep. Oh yeah, for sure. He probably his
Never see it coming.
Yeah, it'll be breakthrough, bombing run. What else will you play? You'll probably play a KP.
Probably recover.
Yeah, recover exactly.
Yeah,
as many non-claimable units as possible.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay. What group are you in again, Jordan? Oh, you're
so
in
I'm
pod.
in
You're
Craig,
pod 4,
aka pod 4, aka pod 2.
Gotcha. There it is. Okay, there it is. So you're in with Tactical Genius. So you got Anthony in with you, Dark Slider, who I don't know him. Emmanuel, who's been in the league before. Bobsters, who was in chat actually, claiming that JD's running a clown car. And you got Bernard as well. Let me just tell you this, Jordan. Make sure all your models are painted on TTS. Otherwise, you'll have Bernard breathing down your back. So
just 3 paint minimum, right? Just 3 paint minimum.
Yes, exactly. And basing counts too. Basing's the best part. So
yeah, Zenithal counts.
Yeah, for sure. And then JD, what pod are you in?
I've played Kokazula before. I haven't played.
Here at pod 2. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah.
I know Florf. I've seen him at a lot of events, but we've always dodged each other. So
okay,
that would be good to finally get a game in there. I haven't played Nate the Great. I don't know the other 2 in the middle. So
yeah, I Cape Satan, Florf, who we mentioned, and then Nate the Great. Those are new players in the league for sure. So.
Nate's a Florida boy, just like me. So he's from my area.
Okay, gotcha. Hey, I have a Ryan Justice who wants to call in, but I'm maxed out on caller. So Ryan, can I
drop out, guys?
Oh, you're out. Okay, Jordan, I appreciate it. And thanks very much for the standing orders. I appreciate that. Bounties collected. Bounties collected. All right. Cheers. All right. Let me add Justice here. Get Justice in here. Suddenly we're all wanting to call in, which is great. Next person gets booted out is Ryan. I wanted Justice to boot Ryan out is what I was actually looking for, but that's fine. He's here anyway. So welcome Justice. Give us the details. What's going on in your land, and what's your reaction here to Ryan not being in the league? I meant to the league.
Listen, I tried talking him into it Sunday, but just no dice.
He's busy. He's busy.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried now that he's going to win this tournament, and then no one here is going to hear the end of it. So he's going to bring these E-Labs, he's going to win, and then everyone's going to be like, shit.
I say I'm going to win the lottery every single week, and I haven't yet. So there's likely the same likelihood of Ryan winning. So what do I need to do, Ryan, if you win?
If I win that, you got to give me my soapbox of talking about E-Webs.
I feel you get a pretty large soapbox. I put you in a box each and every week right here, and you just prattle on about all things nonsensical.
No, but like an entire panel of E-Webs and how competitive they are.
There you
go. There we go.
I have that power.
Chalkboard and everything too.
All right, but enough about you. More about Justice. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But I'm freaking pumped for the league. I'm actually going to be able to play all the rounds this time and going for the championship. And that bounty is definitely going on you, Shawn.
Well, you can only bounty me round one, and round one, I'm prepared to take a dive this entire league round. I'm just going to be trying to get really, really good at one list that may not be good at all. But all right, well, so your vote might count. Everyone's going to get the vote on, and I'll gladly accept the bounty. And I get to say this too: Justice dodged me in season 1. Just letting you guys know. Just letting you know he dodged me. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
fair.
No, all good, man. Life happens. I'm looking forward to getting our game in. And you, are you? I don't know what your list is. Are you playing clones? Are you that guy again?
Yeah, I'm always
Okay.
playing clones.
Okay.
Obi-Wan and Pikes, basically.
Obi-Wan and Pikes. I'm also playing Pikes. I don't have any disruptors though, so I'm playing like the cheap Pikes. But I got a couple hard hitting Black Suns, and I got the triple swoop in there. So man, swoops were so good for me the last game I played. They have. Yeah, I was worried that they might be a little fragile, but I think they're just as good as imp speeder bikes for sure. So
Here's the problem with
Saw
your
that
list
game.
against Justice, Shawn.
what's up?
His dice don't have any blank sides. They all have paint on them, like his red dice. So it doesn't matter how many
No.
hits you throw; they all just have
That's
paint on
actually not
them.
true.
But here's the thing. Here's the
That's
thing.
actually not true.
If he has 10 suppression on every unit, I don't care how many offensive dice he throws, because he's got to get them dice off first to have the actions. So the real key with the list is just make people not have actions. Doesn't need to do
Yeah,
anything.
but that's the problem. His defense dice have paint on every side, so
Oh, that is a problem.
So he rallies everything off, and then he just never takes any damage.
Okay.
That's the Justice secret right there.
Okay.
Oh, you were with us
I'm
yesterday.
either really good or really bad at dice. It's never average for me.
Okay,
I'm
well,
either rolling
I don't
all
know.
blanks or all paints.
After yesterday, you're kind of due.
Oh, so
Oh.
okay, well, wait. Play one more game, Justice, and tell me if your dice are good, and then I'll get you the game after that one, because I feel I don't want to be catching you on like a redemption hot streak type of deal, because that's never a great place to be in. So, yeah,
Oh man.
yeah.
Darn.
Graeme, how do you feel about going into to Jake for round 4 in 2 weeks?
I was excited until I remembered that he has the 8v1s. And I think someone just made a comment today about just swamping Anakin with 3 units, and he just sits there. It's like, please no.
Well, this is what you need to learn, Graeme. Anakin doesn't need to lead the Force. He doesn't need to be Act 1, 18 inches out in front of your entire army, unsupported by anything. So you learned that lesson.
Yes.
But
got that out of the way quick.
Yeah, fair enough. That's always important. So, okay. So Justice, you're running clones. JD, you're running Shadow Collective. You made that choice. Graeme, I didn't ask you. What are you running?
I'm gonna be running my a variation of the list I used in the my top 4 game.
Oh, so also clones.
Yep.
So, wow, you guys are all over clones, and Ryan's not in the league. Just pointing that out again. It's for everybody to note that at home, despite even like home field encouragement, which is crazy. So, but hey, I'm glad that you're stoked, Justice. I'm also glad to get the games in. I'm just kind of happy to get the rolling again, because I like the cadence of the league personally. Like if I'm just like playing a game a week and it's a new person every week, and I don't have to worry too much about like, can I find a game or can I schedule a game? I just ping that player and hey, we set something up and make it happen. So I'm not going to be like JD and try to play like 3 games in one day though, because that's just craziness. But yeah, no, that's not my style. But 2 games, maybe 3 seems a bit much, although we do it in person all the time, I guess. So, but sitting on the computer that long is not the same. But
it's a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot. So let me ask you this. So Justice, you're gonna bounty me in our pod. That's cool. JD, who are you gonna bounty in your pod?
I think we got a bounty floor.
I think too. That seems
Yeah,
like a good play
that
there.
seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah, yeah. Graham, is Jake getting to wear the bounty or what?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I guess I didn't even need to think about that. So, yeah, we don't have anybody from Pod 3 here, but I'm just gonna shout out. I think you guys should just bounty Anthony because Anthony went 3-0 in a local event, so he's getting a little big for his britches, and you can't have any East Coaster getting too big in the head. So that would be a great bounty there, and then. Who I don't know in here. Jordan's kind of given a prize, so I think he gets a pass. Nobody should be bountying him. Although if you do bounty him and you beat him, then you'll have a pretty sweet access to getting the card shipped early. So that would be one. So that'll be happening. So you have 13.
Maybe it should be Psych Dog, not Scythe Dog.
Oh, Anthony should definitely get it too, for sure. Don't call me Psych Dog. Nick coming in chat that's suggesting that OS Dad should definitely be bountied. I fully agree on that. So let me ask you this, JD. I guess I'll pose this question to all you folks. So how long are you hanging on to your faction before you ditch it in the league round? Where's the oh no, the band's gonna hurt me too bad, I'm gonna need to jump ship? What's that point for you? You guys, anyone, whoever wants to jump in. Ryan, not you because you're not in the league.
I was on the fence to begin with between Shadow Collective and Rebel Double Bounty, so
Okay.
I'll probably bounce back and forth between those two because
right.
One or the other will probably be like LVO, so this is lead up to LVO practice.
Yeah, Ryan, isn't that bottom hose on that E-Web kind of an annoying part of that build?
No, not really.
You don't think so?
Separately. No, you do it separately.
Oh, see, I don't glue that part when I'm doing the pre-assembly, so it's annoying getting it afterwards. So.
Oh yeah, no. So the correct way to do it is that you take
the correct way
generator, the gun its way, and the gun you do them separately along with all the guys.
I also watched the show last week, and I know by Ryan's reaction to IG-11 that it's going to be really good because he loves it so much. Last time we had to do five armor because Ryan didn't believe in armor, so that might be something that has to pop up at some point in the league.
So to counter that, I can't believe I'm using this as a source, but someone in the Facebook group said they used IG-11 in 88. They said 88 just destroyed, which is true. And then I don't believe in armor because I'm an Imperial and I have so much critical and impact at my disposal.
Wait a sec. Let me fact check you real quick. Justice, you are in a location where you occasionally happen to have to deal with Ryan. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever seen armor before?
Yes, I have in this location. Not from Ryan, but Jim played ATSC Blizzard Force.
That's right. Yeah, he's the only one that'll do it occasionally. But other than that, no one.
Fair. I've never seen an E-Web.
Yeah.
It's a trooper-based game at the end of the day, so.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I mean, all I see is creature troopers, support units, bikes, and heavies right now, and then pikes. Full stop. Insert pike every single list. Yeah.
Man,
no,
I don't know. I had a lot of fun last winter with the little green guy and a chick standing behind a big old Republic tank. That was fun for 6 months.
Was it equally fun when Justice ran you over with his Yoda? Because I remember that game, and that didn't seem like that was much fun, JD.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, that was just springboarding Yoda.
About lists we're running for the rest of the league, right? I might be going back to that.
Oh, awesome.
I like that list.
Except for when Yoda ban next round. We'll just take care of Justice right away. So no Yoda. What else did he have in that list, JD? We got to take out Wookiees because then he can't run them in the special forces. Okay, we take care of that. Operative, did he have? No, he doesn't. Yeah, you have Commander Chewie in that.
Commander Chewie, yeah.
Yeah, we can't hurt you on the operative one. So maybe you might be able to sneak it into round
Did he
3.
have Padme? No Padme?
No,
Nope.
no Padme in there. No, for sure.
No.
No.
I don't know. He's got a nice Obi
We'll
Yoda
say I'm happy
Steve
there's no
Rebanian guy.
fluttercrafts in the
That's
first
pretty
round.
good.
Is there no fluttercrafts and nobody took
Those things
fluttercrafts
can
at all?
burn. No one.
Okay. No spiders,
I
no
will happily-
fluttercrafts. Okay. Okay.
No tauntauns.
No
Yeah.
tauntauns. Okay.
Yeah.
And one soul took E-webs.
We also had one
Someone
single
took an
person
HH-12.
actually take 50 first.
Somebody took 50 first. Actually, I think.
No, you call it
Okay.
by its right name. You say it right.
you say 50 worst, or you don't say it at all. Can we ban regular armies and make him run 50 first battle force? Well, Jordan's just catching up to us in chat. They're always on a slight delay, but yeah, somebody just took the ban upon themselves and just gave themselves that crutch. So, well, good on that person. So, and then Jake is saying he brought Staps instead of an AAT. You said there was 2 AATs though, I think, eh?
Yeah, one in 2 different lists.
Somebody
So
can.
yeah,
I actually
2
played
lists,
it.
just one.
I played an AAT in my last practice game, and I kept my pikes well clear of that. But it's pretty nasty. But it's not a great armor killer. So the buses are a little bit better there. So Ultra Mensch is
I will
asking
say those
Ryan.
buses are going to be happy.
Ryan, you and I will play. You can play your E-webs, and I'll play my Veers times 6 HH12 list, and we'll play a game of not shooting at each other at all. Okay.
See, what he doesn't know is that E-webs can still move and shoot.
Okay. Because you're gonna move standby, or
No. I can still shoot.
okay. I
I
mean,
got 2 guns.
yeah. I mean, sure. What does that second gun throw?
2 whites.
Oh, that's
But
like
it
one
feel- it
third of
feel-
a B1 squad.
Yeah, but it feels so bad when you get double surges on it because it surges to crit.
I mean, I guess, yeah, that happens. Watch out for Ryan's E-web gun line. It throws 8 white dice. Surge crit, I'll have you know.
Don't really care about your
Averages 6 crits per game.
Yeah. JD with the math, always backing it up with math. I appreciate that greatly. So, all right. Well, I told Graeme we wouldn't be too long, and that was a super fantastic roundtable. Any parting words of wisdom for us, Justice or Ryan, if you want to give a last plug in for him to get in the league? I mean, there's going to be 5 more rounds, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say good luck to anybody in the rounds or anybody that is thinking about joining. Do it next time. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I think Ryan needs to get in here so we can bounty him. Where I'm at.
Immediately put this guy in. And
Wow.
actually, you know what? As league admin, I'm going to amend my first point. And any round that Ryan's in, he will be eligible for bounty. And you can always claim points off him. So if Ryan comes in, he's just a walking points bank for anyone.
Hey, I'm all about handing out that free stuff to people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and everyone would get that, Ryan, with you having the bounty, so they can get the standing orders alt art card.
There you go. Yep.
Yeah, which would be great. You will not be eligible for that unless you claim a bounty off someone.
Can I claim a bounty on myself?
I mean, you have dropped before, but that's not the same.
Ooh,
So,
Hey.
Well, if he's bringing E-webs, isn't that the same thing?
effectively,
Claiming a bounty on
JD,
yourself.
you're not wrong. JD has not been wrong tonight, which is fantastic. All right, JD, you're next up. Any parting words for all the folks before we get into our groups, which I'm looking forward to. I'm very eager to get into our chat, Justice, and start swinging the memes around.
Just don't wait till last week and a half to play all your games, and it's a very maintainable pace.
Fantastic. Yeah, pointing out that JD is going to wait until his last round and play 5 games in 2 days. So look forward to that group, Haseen Neen Prime. So that'll be great. All right, Graeme, co-host, intern of Jace's, parting shots for folks.
Yeah, no, yeah, interact on the chats. Even if you're not part of the league, come hang out, watch some streams, get excited for the next round, so that we can get you in these groups and have you messing with everyone else too.
Yeah, I think we'll wrap up basically mid-November, or December, I should say. Then we'll probably take a week off for the Christmas break and not put anybody pressure and lose a week there. And then probably right before the giveaway special, the week before, we'll launch week 2 so that we can get that in, and then maybe people who are on holidays will have a chance to maybe front load season 2. But if you don't, then you can spend a holiday time and then be like JD and play all your games in the last week. So it'll be fine. Either way, it'll be fine. You'll be good. So, all right, Ryan, you also get to chime in here if you want to talk about anything that you can do in 30 seconds.
I'll keep doing what I do in the Discord, stirring the pot. And,
yes.
Trying to keep an eye on what's hot and what's not as I prep to win Worlds.
I would have to ask. There was like 4,000 Discord messages today. My phone was just going like absolutely nutso.
I might have something to do with that.
Yeah, no, I saw you in there.
There's going to be an internal investigation on who caused that. Right now, my people are telling me AMG caused that.
Okay.
Right now, I'll get back to you on that. But yeah, weird.
Ryan, who has people and yet still has no time to play in the league. All right, continuing down this track.
I have to play. My people can't play for me, apparently.
Okay, fair enough. Always appreciate Ryan's insight. I will go read all those comments, Ryan. I'm sure they were all super positive, as Stryker would point out. So
you know me and Frank and I were the positive boys.
Yeah, you and Frank, 48th Ronin. So although he is contributing to the giveaway for Christmas, so I need to take it light on Frank. And Ryan, as soon as you donate something to the giveaway, we'll ease back on you slightly. But until then, with no jersey, no league sign up, no giveaway, you are open season, my friend. Open season. So
it's the gift that keeps on giving.
You wear it well. I appreciate that. So,
unless you're cool with me donating an eWeb class.
An eWeb class? Oh, like a master class on how to play eWeb?
Master class on eWeb.
Oh, hang on one second. This is too good. Hold on.
Boy, what did I just do?
No, I don't know, but I'm excited.
I'm excited, but yet scared at the same time.
I feel like it's going to be some mint in the box eWeb.
I hear wrestling. Oh, here we go.
I'm going to give you the Cole's Notes version. Step 1, see eWeb on shelf. Step 2, walk immediately away from shelf. If you failed to follow step 2 and purchased eWeb, go to step 2B. Garbage eWeb immediately. Return to store. Masterclass over.
Wow.
And you can play that on repeat as many times. I've just saved you at least $30. And if you listen to Ryan, I saved you $120. Easy. Done. It's over, Ryan.
I was gonna say my money goes to charity, so I guess Shawn goes to charity.
I don't hate charity, but whatever money your masterclass was going to generate, I will match that dollar for dollar. I'm waiting, Ryan. I'm waiting. Fantastic. Awesome, folks. Well, thanks for entertaining me and being here. Season 2 opens tomorrow. Groups are set. That does not preclude you from getting in there, getting that chatter in early. I'll go figure out how to do the bounty thing so you guys can get that rolling so you don't play any games and miss a chance to get that bounty. So look for that vote for the bounties tonight. And please give us all the updates each and every week. We'll make sure that we do a weekly update on our show as to how the group and leagues are going. But if you want to jump into our roundtable each and every week, let us know how your games went. If they went great, fantastic. Let us know that. If they went poorly, let us know that too. We can learn lessons from both wins and losses. And then look for those live streams, whoever's got those rolling, and jump in the live chat. I encourage you to do that as well. So, all right, thanks very much, JD, Justice, Ryan, Graeme for co-hosting tonight. We'll catch you guys on Friday Night Fights, and if not, we'll see you guys next Tuesday. Won't be Monday. Next Tuesday on the regular cast. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night, everyone. All right. Cheers.
See ya.